What's up everybody, Joe here from Hard Hustle Printing, and what I want to do in this video is show you my new Mamaki TXF 300-75 DTF printer and the Super Shaker from DTF Superstore. Alright, so here I am with Mamaki's new DTF, and it prints up to 30 inches. So this thing prints massive. So if you guys are looking for DTF gang sheet, I'll put a link down below in the description. So if you want to order a 30-inch gang sheet, you can now do that. So make sure you have a true PNG file with a transparent background, so whenever we send them out to you, you know it's going to be correct. Alright, so what I'm doing in this video is I just want to take you through the process of what I went through whenever I ordered this machine. So I'm not affiliated with Mamaki, I'm not affiliated with DTF Superstore. They didn't give me no discount on this or anything like that. I went out, did my research, and decided to go with this printer, and I purchased it. So what I'm doing in this video is I'm just going to show you the process of a couple things that I went through whenever I got this machine. So why did I pick the Mamaki printer over any of the other DTF printers that are out there? So if you guys follow me here on YouTube or Instagram, you guys know that I do have two other DTF printers. They did not work out. I bought one of them from the company. It did its job, but it was just slow. So then they came out with an actual roll DTF printer. So I purchased that one from them thinking I was going to get the same results, and I didn't. It never worked from day one. And I was told that they were going to fix it over and over again, and the dang thing never got fixed. Like I said, I'm not going to put a name out there of the company, but if you guys have followed me, you guys will know who it is. One thing I can say about buying a DTF printer is be careful, because salesmen are going to sell you when it comes to a DTF printer. You influencers like myself and other influencers that are out there that are given these machines are going to promote that DTF printer and not show you the bad things about it. One of the things I never did with those DTF printers is actually made YouTube videos on them. I always wanted to make YouTube videos on them and show you guys the process of what I was doing and how I was doing it when it came to DTF printing, but they never worked the way they were supposed to, so I was never able to do it. So far I've had this one for about a month and a half now, and we've had nothing but success with it. Again, it's only been a month and a half. It hasn't been 2 or 3 years down the road. But after this video of just showing you how the setup and everything went, I will then start putting out videos of showing you the process of the prints, how the print quality is. So why did I go with this printer over any of the other printers? Well, in the beginning, everybody was trying to get their DTG printers converted over to DTF printers, coming out with these printers that the company don't know nothing about, but they're pushing to sell them. Being that this is coming from a wide format family already, Mamaki has a name for itself. So when this shell of this printer right here is actually one of their wide format shells, and a lot of the features that is on this are in the DTF printer itself. And there are a lot of features on this printer that you will not see on any of the other printers that are out there. So DTF Superstore had an open house here in Georgia. It was about 2 hours away, close to Atlanta. So I thought it was a good opportunity for me to go out there and see it. We drove out there, we saw it. It was a good day learning about the printer before we actually got to go out into the showroom and check out the printer itself. So DTF Superstore did a really good job at that open house, explaining the printer and all the features that this one has. And I'm sure DTF Superstore has some videos, or Mamaki has some videos on this one already. I haven't done any yet on the features that this thing has. So go out there and check it out. So when we were out there, you know, the salesmen are going to sell you. They're going to do their best to find out who wants to buy a printer, stick to that person, and then really push the printer on them. But for me, I've already been down that road because I have equipment that I've bought in the past, and I know how they work. So what I do is when I go to these shows is to find someone there that already has one of these printers. And when I was there at the open house, there was a couple people that already had 2 of these. There was one lady that I believe she had 5 of these printers right here, and she was looking to pick up her 6th one. So those are the people that I was actually talking to, because I knew they weren't affiliated with them. I knew that they weren't a salesman. Those are the people that you're going to get your honest opinion about when it comes to the printer itself. So again, I networked with those people to find out the truth about this, and the things that they had to say about this printer compared to the printers that they've had in the past. Listening to the 2 or 3 families that were there that were looking to add another one of these printers to what they already had, pushed me more towards going with them. So once we got back, I had changed numbers with the salesman, because you gotta get in touch with someone to buy the printer. They knew I was ready to hit that pay now button and get it out the way. The next couple weeks, I was still trying to figure out where we're gonna put the printer, get a contractor to come in here. So I wanted a breaker set up for just the printer itself, 110, so nothing else was gonna run off of it. And then also the 220, where we're gonna put it and how we're gonna set it up in the shop. But during this time frame when I was doing this, the salesman was either calling me or emailing me frequently. I'm not going to say every day, but frequently, to check in to see how it was going, if there was any questions that I had. And I was just basically telling them what my thought process was during what I was going through and how I was going to situate this, because we had another DTF printer in here from another company that we had to do something with, so we had to get rid of it, trash it, right? So we did that, got rid of it. We ended up painting this area, painting the walls, getting everything ready. One of the biggest things that kept me from wanting to hit the pay now button was they told me that the super shaker was on back order till September or October. I don't really remember, but this was June or July when we went to go see it, and then they're telling me I gotta wait 2 or 3 months for it to come in. So for me, I was like, I'm just gonna wait. I'm not in a hurry to purchase it. So when I mentioned that to them, it just happened to be, oh, we have one in stock. If you order it today, we can get it to you. So you know how it works, right? I went ahead and hit the pay now button. And then once I hit the pay now button, salesmen are going to do what they do, and they don't follow up. And it is what it is. I wish the salesman that I had at the time would have followed up to say, hey, this, that, or the other, right? I did get a couple days later after doing that, I left out of town, and then it happened to be that I got a tracking number that I was going to get delivered that day. So like I said, I was out of town, it got delivered, and then the guys that delivered it, there was a bad storm coming, and they left it out in the parking lot. We have an awning here. They didn't bring it into the awning, they left it out in the rain, which whatever. But DTF Superstore, the packing on the shaker dryer was awesome. So nothing got damaged inside of that. And here's a little clip of what the girls went through when it got here. So as you saw, it was pretty bad that day. Once the rain calmed down, I called a friend of mine to help them to come over here to uncrate it and then bring them into the shop. As you saw, I don't know if you saw it, but they came in 2 different containers. One was a shaker and one was a dryer, because they split the shaker dryer into 2 pieces instead of 1 long piece. So that's really smart about them, because now people that are doing it from a storefront like I am, I don't have the big roll-up door, are able to purchase this and still bring it in. So the dryer was here. I got back into town a day or 2 later. I was looking at the paperwork, I was looking at the email, and when I was looking, it said that the shaker dryer and the printer had got delivered. I called the salesman to find out what was going on, and he was like, oh, let me find out what's going on. End up coming back to me and telling me, well, this is what happened. So what happened was DTF Superstore thought Mamaki was sending it, and Mamaki thought DTF Superstore was sending it. So there was a mix-up between them, so it never even got shipped. And then once I brought it up to their attention, they were like, oh, let me figure this out. They figured it out pretty quick. I want to say it took about 2 days for them to figure it out. They put in the order, it got here in 2 days. So it wasn't a big deal, but you know, when you spend a lot of money on something like this, and it says it was delivered, but you don't see it here, you know, it's kind of scary to know that happened. So if you order one of these, I don't know where it's coming from now. I don't know if DTF Superstore is now carrying them, or they're still drop shipping them from Mamaki. Just be aware of that, stay on top of it. But they did take care of it, and they did take care of it fast. And then once it got here, here's how it was delivered. So once we got it into the store, the box says do not open it, do not do anything with it, leave it as it is. The shaker dryer, you're able to open it, bring it inside, get the power run, plug it in, and do all that stuff. But the actual printer itself, they do not want you to touch it, because it says all over the box, if you open it, you're going to void the warranty. So we just left it there. We had to schedule our training, which is awesome, because the last company I was using, we had to schedule our training, and it was an actual Zoom call. And whenever we did the Zoom call with the individual that was doing it, they didn't even know how to run the printer themselves. So it was an 8-hour block of training smashed down into 2 hours, telling us they didn't know what was wrong with the printer and they would have to get a technician to call us to figure it out, which is what it is again, right? So with DTF Superstore and Mamaki, what they did is awesome. They send you paperwork with a checklist of everything that you have to have before you can schedule your training. So for us, every piece of equipment that's in here has its own designated desktop. So we did the same thing here, and as you can see, it's right there. And then you have to have the power run. Power was a big thing because you want to make sure that whenever they come, that you can actually use it to make sure everything's working. So we did that. They scheduled the training. So then DTF Superstore sends an installer out to you. They come out for 2 days, which is awesome. We had a really good installer come out here. His name was Jerwin. I'm sure all the installers that go out and do installs for DTF Superstore are really good, but I am just glad that they sent Jerwin out here because I feel he's one of the top ones that you guys got. So Jerwin was really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump into the clips when he was here of what he was doing and the questions that I had for him while he was doing it. So let's go ahead, talk about day one and setting it up. So here it is. So Jerwin, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
And for everybody that's probably going to be watching this. During day one, what can you expect when setting this machine up?
Well, day one would be setting up the machine, making sure it's running, and doing calibration, alignment. Day two would be training all day.
Sweet. Yeah. So we're going to let him do his thing. We're going to stay out of his way. All right, so he pretty much got the whole thing set up. The next thing he's going to do is he's going to start to load the inks in there. So what's the difference between this ink and a bulk ink system?
So this ink with this machine here, it comes with a cartridge, and you have an ink bag right here, and ink bag comes with a chip, and this chip keeps track of how much ink you have in a bag.
Each one of these cartridges show you like where the ink chip goes right there?
Yes. So that's a picture exactly how it goes. Like this one here, I just put the chip in there. Okay. See how the picture goes in there? It's just the same exact thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so every time I order one of these, we got to switch that out.
Every time you order one of these, it comes with the chip.
Okay.
The chip must go with the ink bag.
And then once those inks were installed, the next thing that he did was the alignment for the white underbase. So let's take a look and see how he did that. He's already got the inks in there. Now he's calibrating it. Is that what you said?
Calibrating, yep.
And the importance of that is what?
It would be the alignment, basically.
The alignment,
yep.
The white underbase.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure that the white underbase is going to stick under the color.
Exactly.
And not stick out. Yeah. With other companies, this is something that I've had to get on a video call with the company, and they try to talk me through the way to do it. This is the way to do it right here. The actual tech here doing it for us, so that whenever he leaves, we know it's done the right way, right? So
yes, exactly.
Let him finish it up, and then
we'll be printing for sure tomorrow. Everything will be good.
Nice. Then next, here's Jerwin connecting the shaker to the dryer. So this is the actual super shaker. So here's what it looks like. Day one is complete. Jerwin set it up, got it all ready to go.
Ready for training tomorrow. Gonna be printing all day tomorrow.
Any issues that you saw with it today?
Nope, there's no issue. Everything went smooth. Calibration's done. Alignment. Dryer's ready to go. We're good.
All right, so we're looking forward to day two. We'll see you guys. So now we're on day two. Like you said, day one went smooth, nothing happened. So now on day two, the first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna walk her through on how to use the display. So if you look right here, you're gonna see that display that is right here. You're gonna have that display right there, and basically it's the brain of the printer, telling you can go in there and tell it what to do through every function that is on there, which is really good, because in the past with the other ones it was like, hey, figure it out yourself, right? So let's get into this part.
So I don't think you're gonna be going in here for station nozzle, auto maintenance. Okay. Maintenance, you have your.
So Geraldine was really knowledgeable when it came to talking about that display, and then if she had any questions during that part, he was on it, and he knew exactly what to do and what to say. So the next part, one of the biggest things that I've had, and I'm pretty sure anybody out there that has one of them DTF printers can vouch for this, is when it comes to cleaning the print head, it's always a pain in the butt. They want you to get a phone and put it underneath and try to get under there and clean it, but don't touch the print head, because if you touch the print head, you're gonna mess it up. Use a mirror, use a flashlight. There's a bunch of different ways that I've been told to do it in a minimal space where you could barely get in there and not to touch the print head. So with this one, it's a lot better. So I'm gonna show you in this next clip of how easy this print head is to clean compared to other printers that I've had in the past. And I'm pretty sure if you have a DTF printer right now and you're struggling to get under there and get all that gunk off of around the print head, check this one out.
Same thing around the print head on the white. Just like that.
And then the next part he's going to do is he's going to show us how to clean the capping station. Notice how I didn't say wet cap station, because on this machine you don't have to wet cap it. At the end of the night, you don't have to go in there and put a solution in there and then put the print heads inside of that to hopefully the next day when you come in that the white ain't going to be clogged. So with this one, you don't have to do all of that, because like I told you, it maintains itself. So let's get into the clip where he's now showing her how to clean the capping station.
Around the capping station. Okay, you can wash it, clean it, make sure you put it back the right direction. You know how it kind of curves this way, so the curve towards the panel. Okay, this panel here. So you just put it back, easy, and just like that. Wash it, reuse it. So to take that off, you have to go 2 tabs here, right? 2 tabs. Push and up. Okay? Just like that. Okay. Then you can take this out, turn it upside down. That's your extra sponge here. You can order this from us. Okay, when you order the sponges, it'll come in a whole assembly.
Okay.
They're not gonna send you just this.
So the next thing he's going to do is he's going to show her how to weigh the ink. So whenever you order this machine, it also comes with little scales so that you could do your daily weigh-ins with the inks. So check this out.
So the machine is telling me that I'm supposed to have 665 grams of ink. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna weigh it. So you get your scale. Make sure it's on grams and 0. Okay. So number 5. So just pull my number 5. Okay. That's this thing here where you can grab it out. Number 5. And shake it real quick. And weigh it. Okay. What was that?
The big
This
thing.
Oh.
So as you heard that noise right there, Jaron was like, what was that? That was the other printer acting dumb like it always does. But he wanted to know what it was because he had never heard that sound before when it was the other DTF printer that we're still trying to use, messing up like it always did.
Oh my god. Alright. So I have 670, but the machine is telling me I have 655. Well, you know what? I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna tell the machine that you have that. I'm not gonna press enter yet. Okay. Put the cartridge back. Okay. After it turns blue, that means it's okay. And then 670, enter, confirm, enter, and that's it. You just told the machine this is how much you have in this bag.
So one of the things you might be asking is, well, you weighed it with the container on there, it's going to weigh heavier. So whenever he initially sets it up, what he does is he puts the container on there, he zeroes that out, puts the ink in there, and that gives you the actual weight.
It's all black shirt. You know, you can take out black. Yeah. Just like the one you're doing now. Say black shirt. Oh. This one getting you got to yeah, okay. When you're ready to set up your paper, just pull this up and connect your paper. Okay. That's not gonna go. That's not gonna be triggered until
The one in the
this.
middle is triggered.
Is it going?
Yeah. Yep.
So that was the process that I went through whenever I decided to go ahead and purchase this machine from DTF Superstore. Again, like I said, there was really no bad things about this whole process. The only thing was the mix-up of the printer being delivered, and then the salesman or DTF Superstore not reaching out to make sure that everything went smooth and Jerwin did what he was supposed to. Jerwin was fantastic. Like I said in the beginning of the video, he did everything phenomenal, took his time, didn't rush it, wasn't like, oh, I'm only here till a certain time and I'm gonna get out of here. He actually stayed and did what he was supposed to, and any of the questions that we had was answered very professionally. So I appreciate DTF Superstore choosing Jerwin to come to this location. So like I said, this was just the setup process of the printer. So that's all I have for you for this video. Like I said, it's just setting it up. I did show you a little clip of us printing. If you guys are not following us on Instagram, make sure you guys go over to Instagram. Follow me, Heart and Hustle Printing, on Instagram. We post stories of stuff that we're doing throughout the shop, especially with this printer all day. And then again, if you are interested in ordering DTF gang sheet, I'll put the price list right here again. You guys can check it out, or you can actually click the link in the description. It's going to take you over to our website to where you guys can order your DTF prints there. So that's it. We're still in the new phase of this thing. Hopefully later on down the road when you guys see this video, and you have a question on it, whether it's a year from now or 2 years from now, hopefully we're still having the same success, and circuit cards aren't going out on this one like those other printers. Circuit cards were always going out on them, and it was just a big headache. So give it some time. We'll see how it goes. You know, everything when it's brand new is gonna work perfectly, so we'll see how it goes. If you guys got any questions, leave some comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So as always, thank you guys for watching this video, and until next time, keep pressing.